What is going on, guys? My name is Lextasy and welcome back to the channel. For the people that don't know what's going on or fresh or new to the channel, welcome. We are building a 2018 Ford F150 V8 10-speed 4x4 to 1,000 horsepower. But before we do all that, we're here at my buddy shop at Mechanical Advantage Racing to get some dyno numbers to see what this stock F150 puts down. That way we know where we're starting at and how far we have to go to get it to the numbers we're looking for. So without further ado, guys, let's get this video going. Alright guys, I am super excited to get this video going. As you can tell, we already did the tint on the truck because, well, driving in a single regular cab is horrible when there's no tint on it because everybody's staring at you. So this actually looks a lot better and I really love it. Slightly dark on the sides and the front, but it definitely gives you that privacy that you need. That's just a small little mod, I guess you can say. And we have a ton of parts already showing up to the house, from injectors to pulleys to all kinds of suspension stuff. So everything is kind of slowly rolling in. It's going to take about 4 to 5 weeks to get everything to the house. But while we're doing that, of course, we are going to be getting some dyno numbers on this truck, and we're going to be using our Draggy, since the drag strip is close, to figure out what our 0 to 60 times are, our 1/8 mile and 1/4 mile. We should be able to do that with no problem with our stock 400 horsepower truck. So I'm not worried about needing to put slicks and radials on this thing just yet. So this is a 2018 V8 with a 10-speed transmission that puts out about 395 horsepower and about, I think, 400 torque. So not big numbers, but for a vehicle that weighs 4,300 pounds, the power to weight is amazing. And a lot of people don't know the potential of this unique truck. We do, at least I do. And so that's why we're going to be building this on the channel. It is different. Not a lot of people know or have content about it. So I think this is going to be something very interesting for everybody and for me to learn. Kendall, how you doing, brother? It's been a little while since I've seen you. Good. Of course, shop is growing, so if you have any Subarus or any Subarus that need any sort of work, I swear this guy is the guru and the wizard on all of them on the East Coast, probably the whole US. He does have a race car as well that's in the back. Maybe I can show it to you guys later. This thing puts out 395 horsepower. You know, at crank, of course. What do you think it's going to do? Now, being that it's somewhat of a lighter truck, what's your guess on what's the actual wheel horsepower on this thing? And 400 torque?
I bet you're around 350 after drivetrain load.
Really?
But I've been wrong. I mean, I was wrong on your last car. So.
That is true. Now he's usually pretty spot on, but then again, I did bring him of our Redeye Charger that was here last time. So actually, I think I'm holding the record on the horsepower on this dyno, because I'm at what?
And I do have the dyno board made. We just need to get the mag.
Oh snap! So he's got a dyno board where we're trying to see who's got the most power. Oh, let's go look at it real quick.
So I got to make the mounts for it, but you are the king.
Oh snap! That's right. #1 spot with what? 968 wheel, I think.
Yeah. Yep,
something like that. 940 torque. Dude, this is gonna be awesome. So we got to beat our own record. That's literally goal with this truck.
Please
so
I'm trying to beat your record.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he's got a freaking sick race car in here. So he's doing a lot of work, engine builds. I mean, he's got so much going on in every freaking base. So there's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know what I'm allowed to show you and not show you, but so I'm at 968 wheel on the Redeye Charger. That's the record holder right now. Not gonna happen anything special today, of course, on this Ford F150, but once it's built, we gotta beat that number. My buddy Igor has a GT350. Of course, they're manual whippled, and he's at 850, 870, somewhere in there. So the high 800 wheels. So he's in the second spot. So he's got a whipple as well. As you guys know, that's what we're doing with this 5.0, which is a little bit of a different motor. Of course, it's not a flat plane crank. He's saying we're going to be doing right now stock numbers 350-ish. I'm going to say, I'm thinking 15% drivetrain loss. So I'm thinking 330, 335, maybe. If it goes higher, that'll be amazing. Torque-wise, I don't even know what to think right now. I'm just looking for the wheel horsepower numbers to see where we're at. So we're gonna strap this down real quick. He doesn't have to put more than maybe 1 or 2 straps because there's not much horsepower right now. One thing to tell that I forgot to mention, guys, on the 10-speed transmission, the 1-to-1 gear is the 7th gear, so that's what we're going to be running on, or going to be doing most of the pulls on. Comment down below, guys, what you think the horsepower is going to be. We're all guessing here. I don't know anything about Fords. Usually the torque numbers are a lot lower, not from factory, but after you do forced induction and things like that. So this is going to be a learning lesson for all of us and a good starting point to see what this Ford 5.0 10-speed platform can actually do. The truck is on right now. You can't even hear it. Look how quiet it is. Like, literally, I can hear myself talking. Oh, we even got triple, quadruple strapped here. I don't think it's necessary right now, but of course, we are expecting high horsepower in about 4 to 5 weeks. So I am really excited about that, guys. There's a lot that's going to happen. Like I said, we have Whipple on the way. It's like Gen 5 Whipple. We have a fuel system, dual Walbro 450 pumps. We have 1000cc injectors. We have a 3.5 drop suspension coming, VMS, I think, a VIS, and we have traction bars as well coming. So there's a lot that's going to happen in this truck. I'm super excited. Let's just get this runs going. I'm so excited. This is so fresh and new to me. I don't know anything about 5.0s, guys, so if I say anything wrong, I apologize. Please correct me in the comments down below, and still drop a like. God, I love hearing vehicles on a dyno. It's such a good feeling. So he's trying to make sure everything is centered right now, so he just has it rolling slowly. Also, guys, before I forget to mention, make sure you pull fuse number 17 out of the fuse box under the hood, because that shuts off the ABS module. If you don't do that, even pushing the traction control off will not let this truck spin on the dyno, so make sure you do that, or else you'll never be able to get it going. But in case, like I said, fuse 17 in the fuse box under the hood. So once you pull that ABS module, you'll be perfectly fine. All right, here we go, guys. So 300 horsepower, here we come. So everything is strapped down. We've got a cooling fan going. So the tires are a little bit loud, so I'm not going to talk, but let's see what happens. That actually sounds pretty good. Wow, okay. Love it. I love it. It actually sounds really good. It does need exhaust, but I'm not gonna lie, actually. I like the sound of that. It's not bad for a stock 5.0 10-speed. Just a little F150 doing a little bit of work. How's it doing, man?
Oh, I was dead on.
It was? Really? Which gear did you go with?
That was in fifth. We can change and try another gear.
Oh, that was fifth gear. Wow, okay. Does that say 331?
350.6.
Holy crap.
I was like dead on.
And fifth gear? Wow.
But
and then torque is 360, so it stayed somewhat. Wow. That's impressive,
what
man.
What did these come with from?
400.
Yeah. So after drivetrain loss, this is right in the ballpark, and your torque is fairly consistent.
That's actually the way it just takes off, man. I mean, it's natural aspirated, so I get it. There's no boost lag like on the turbo or whatever, but that's a nice, consistent graph.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good start. 350, man. I'm kind of blown away. Wow, 350 wheel and 350, 360 torque. Okay, all right. That's a really good starting point. That was fifth gear pull, so. Okay, I mean, I thought it would be like low 300s. I don't know a lot about natural aspirated. I don't mess with them. I like forced induction, so this right here is actually pretty good, 360. So we should be able to, with putting a Whipple on it, fuel system, and some other upgrades. End goal is 1,000 wheel, but just doing the base Whipple installation, everything like that, we should be like at 800, 850 wheel, which is like almost well over doubling our horsepower. That's insane, but these motors can take it, and I love it. So let's see what another pull looks like. So hopefully we gain a little bit more torque maybe, or more horsepower.
These change redline based on gear?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Wow.
Yeah, it stopped me at like 5,000 RPM.
Oh God, that cut off way sooner.
Yeah.
Huh. That's the previous pull,
yeah.
Fifth gear, sixth gear. So check this out, guys. The reason we have lower RPMs, and dude, this guy's spot on. Check this out. So it's actually cutting us back on what, miles per hour, right? So there's a governor on here.
All the poles are max speed here.
Yep, each
right,
one 101, 0.4, 0.6. Wow. So if we went even a seventh gear, it'll be even shorter, right? Shorter RPM, because it'll cut us off even quicker. Just because it's a work truck, it cuts the mile per hour at 101. I did not know that. What do you think we should do then? How do we get a more accurate number on the horsepower? Try fourth gear maybe, or what are you thinking?
I think we should definitely do fourth to take it to redline, but I think as a direct comparison, when you come back, we want the highest gear. You're pretty much touching redline in fifth.
Okay.
So when you come back, that's our standard.
So when we do all the work, we're coming back and doing fifth gear, because that's the one that touched redline, which makes sense. What's the final number, would you say, on that fifth gear? It was 3.
Well, your final best number was this one here.
350.
and
wheel,
367.
okay,
torque.
350 wheel and 367 torque. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to remember for next time. So we are working with 350 wheel, which I was way off. You were spot on, bro. That's why he does this for a living, guys. And then 367 torque. So that is a strong torque number. Like I said, for whatever reason, the torque drops off on these 5.0s, but we're going to work with it. If we need to spray that 100 shot, 200 shot, we're doing it, guys. But as of now, that is the numbers we're dealing with. Like I said, we are going to go get the Draggy, and we're going to slap it on and then see what the numbers are on the street. Because Dyno numbers are great and all, but if it's not showing you what it actually does on the street, it's kind of pointless. I want to get all the information, all the base numbers I can before we proceed and start modifying, which is going to be very, very soon. So let's go get the Draggy and get this thing on the street and see what happens. Alrighty, guys, and as promised, this is part 2 of the video. So now we're going to be doing a few digs, a few dig pulls, I guess you can say, with the stock F150 V8 10 speed, and we're going to be using a Draggy to measure that time. Pretty much, Draggy, if anybody doesn't know, is like the time slip speedometer, the device people and most companies use to get the most accurate numbers for when it comes to their vehicles and how fast they go. Some even say it's more accurate than going to the drag strip and getting a time slip there. I don't know, but this is my first time using one, even though I've had all those fast cars and everything like that. So right now we are going to be doing a few pulls. 2 we'll do in rear wheel drive, 0 to 60, you know, 60 foot, 1/8, quarter mile. So we're just gonna get all the data we need, so whenever we start building this truck, we can see how much we are improving. So like I said, we'll do 2 in 2-wheel drive high takeoffs, and then we'll do 2 on 4 high. So we'll see if doing 4x4, especially in 28-degree weather, helps us. I think it will. But at the same time, we don't have a lot of horsepower to be really, I don't know, you know, needing traction for the most part. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna put this Draggy. It has to be put on exactly centered, that way it measures everything accurately. And we do have a really nice road that we're gonna be doing this on, totally gated off, totally private. So let's get this video going, guys. And I am gonna be holding the camera, I guess, to get the most accurate, I guess, adjustment with the Draggy and to see what the video looks like. So let's get some pulls in, guys. I've never done this before, so I'm excited. Let's get it going. 2-wheel drive or rear wheel drive, and let's see what it looks like. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice. Let's see what that looks like, guys. Whew, that was awesome. All right, so pass number 1, 60 foot, 259. That's extremely slow for a good reason. 0 to 60, 7.88 seconds. I did not mash on it because you can hear the tires were squealing, so I wasn't expecting much there. 8th was 1027, and unfortunately I ran out of tarmac or airspace or landing space to get a quarter mile. So 1027 8th, I'm gonna say it's up there for a quarter mile. So let's try that again, guys. See if I get better numbers. Again, this was my very first time doing it, so let's try this again. Round 2, rear wheel drive, launch, V8 10 speed. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, round 2, 3, 2, 1, and go. There we go. Let's go. So much better. I could tell that was better, guys. All right, guys, so we did 2 rear-wheel drive pulls, digs, and then 1 4 high or 4-wheel drive high dig, because I didn't really want to do a second one. I wasn't really making the right noises, and technically you're not supposed to use it unless you're literally going in a directly straight line like you would on the drag strip, or else you can really mess up that transfer case and everything else. So I did not want to destroy this brand new truck with 5,000 miles on it, so we just did one of those. The best rear-wheel drive pull I had, 0 to 30 miles per hour, or let's say 0 to 60, was 696, which is not bad. I mean, less than 7-second truck. Again, was not really getting on it because in that first clip you can hear the tires chirping. So like I said, it's 27 degrees outside now, so the temperature is dropping, so there's no way for me to really mash on it. And then we got an 1/8 mile of 980, which is not bad. Technically you can tell from that point on, in the 60 foot of 253, and you got a quarter mile of 14.89, so less than 15 seconds in the quarter for a stock V8 10 speed is not bad at all. Again, you could probably get better numbers if it was warmer outside, you know, 80 degrees or so.
30. Quarter mile.
And then that four-wheel drive pull we did again, like I said, I did take off on it, but it's not like we're fighting traction right now. We don't have enough horsepower to really have that issue. So it did improve slightly, not much to notice, but for example, 60 foot is 244, which is not bad. It is a little better. 0 to 66, 66. So it did improve there, almost going from 7 seconds to 6.5. I could have probably got a little bit better over time, but again, I'm not trying to beat records here. 1/8 of a mile, 960, and a quarter mile, 1497. Quarter mile was slower because as you can tell in that video, I was running out of tarmac. So again, did not want to, you know, go off road there. I wasn't ready for that. So it was slower. It probably would have been in the low 14s, maybe a high 13. I don't know, guys, but that is what we're dealing with. So we know the starting point. Again, this 60 foot of 260 or 244, I promise you is going to improve. And when it comes to 0 to 60 of having a 666, we're going to be in the 2s, guys. That's how crazy it is going to be. So think about it. We're going from 350 wheel horsepower to almost tripling that horsepower by the time we're done. So it makes sense that we're going to drop that 60 foot by a third as well, going 3 times as much horsepower. So I'm extremely excited, guys. I just got the notification from a buddy at MK Tech Solutions that my Whipple is in, my suspension is in, so that's getting installed. And of course, our tail lights, headlights, everything came in. Literally, parts are coming in every day. I am so excited, guys. This is just the beginning. This is literally just the start of a whole year, whole season of building this truck. Next video, you're going to see us, of course, doing a lot of modifications to make it look a little better, more of something that pops. Then we're going to do suspension. Then we're going to do the Whipple. If you are excited just as I am, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscription. It means the world to me, guys, because this build is just getting started. So this way you don't miss out on anything. But anyways, enjoy your lives, enjoy your cars, and I will see you next time, guys. Peace.